Peace, everybody. Yo, listen, I'm going to keep it simple and teach it real. Today's mathematics is culture. And one thing about this culture is a way of life. So, obviously, if you're not living this right, you ain't teaching it right. You feel what I'm saying? And if you ain't teaching it right, that means that the person that taught you didn't help you live it out right and exact the way it's supposed to be lived out. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when a person wants to learn about this way of life and they see that your way of life is all fucked up contrary to what you deal with, then they obviously going to have some questions concerning the nation of God's and earth, so this culture. So what you need to do is you need to show and prove if you are wanting to teach or wanting to learn about this way of life or learning or in this way of life, then you need to be able to show and prove this shit within the minute. At the end of the day, you need to know and understand that there's people watching, directly or indirectly. I don't give a fuck who you is. At the end of the day, motherfuckers is watching where you live. And if they watch the way you live, they always gonna want to inquire and have questions about what you do and how you do it. Because that's what people are. We're creatures of habit. We're creatures of inquiry. We always want to know what's going on. So at the end of the day, when you sitting here living like a fucking savage and teaching that the coaches are God, no, cipher. No. Motherfuckers ain't gonna respect you. Niggas gonna look at your ass like a dummy. Like, yo, why are you even teaching this culture when you ain't even living it out right and exact? You can't teach something that you ain't living right and exact. That's being a hypocrite. You feel me? So today's culture is one's way of life. It is a constant, consistent pattern of behaviors that a person does in the everyday, daily activities. You feel me? That means how you dress, how you speak, how you walk, how you talk, how you conduct yourself in the community, what you do in the community, how you interact with people, how you socially interact, and all these other things. And that's what a culture is. That's what a culture entails. I'm not going to be drawing this shit out. I'm just going to keep it simple and teach it real. So, like I said, if you ain't living out this culture right, that means you ain't teaching it right. You feel what I'm saying? And if you ain't teaching it right, that means that you haven't properly learned how to live this culture or how to apply these lessons to your life. You know? And one thing for sure is that I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave it like this. There's a lot of brothers and sisters that's out here that want to learn about this way of life. And I'm dead ass serious. They want to learn about this shit so bad, but motherfuckers turn away by the way that they living or the way that they talking to them. It makes them seem like, man, fuck this shit. I'd rather go to somewhere else where I'm wanted and embraced with open arms and respected as a person. And that's the key factor. You know what I'm saying? When somebody has a culture, whether you agree with it or not, always respect it. Always respect it. I don't care whether or not they live in a savage way of life, because you never know what might happen in the long run with that person. That person might actually come up to you and be like, you know what? I might need your advice on something, or I might need to talk to you. You feel what I'm saying? But if you living like a savage, and then you out here in the street talking about, yeah, the black man is God, black woman is the earth, and you living below your means of your birthright, then how the fuck they supposed to respect you as a person? Because you looking like more of a savage than anything. A savage is one who lost knowledge or lost focus and is living a beast way of life. Animalistic instincts just kick in. You feel me? Like I said, man, there's a lot of brothers and sisters out here in this world, across the world, that want to learn this. But the way that you are teaching it and the way that you're living it, if it's contrary, it ain't right and exact. Oh yeah, and another thing, I want to tell a lot of brothers and sisters out there too. Do not go online and try to get these motherfucking lessons and learn about the nation of God's nerve. They will fucking rip your ass out of the fucking frame. And I'm dead ass serious. I'm just letting you know what the science is. Because if you go online, right, and you pull up the supreme wisdom lessons, you're going to get your ass handed to you. Because this culture is not online. This culture never started on the internet. This culture was in October 7th, 1964. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you sitting here talking about this way of life, make sure that you know what the fuck you're talking about, and make sure that you know what you're talking about as far as these lessons are concerned. And those that got these lessons, and you went online for these lessons, throw them shits in the fucking garbage and you'll get you an educator. Because that's not the way that this was taught at all. So I'm going to say like this. If you're not living this right, you ain't gonna teach it right. If you ain't teach it right, then that means that you obviously didn't learn it right. Or your learning disability disrupted from your mental caused you to have a situation where you end up living contrary to the way that this culture is, which is divine. And that's all I gotta say about that. You feel me? Like I said, for those brothers and sisters online getting these lessons or getting these so-called lessons that are not our lessons, you're getting supreme wisdom instead of 120 or the book of life, throw them shits in the fucking garbage. Because if you go amongst the God and the earth with that bullshit, they gonna tell you the same shit. And that's all I gotta say, man. Till then, y'all have a blessed day, all right? Coach is I God. I, self, and self is God. Peace.